India Assurance, has spoken exclusively with CNBC-TV18. My colleague Yash Jain caught up with the company. They remain optimistic to grow in line with industry from FY25 onwards. So here's the conversation with Neerja Kapoor, Chairman and Managing Director at New India Assurance. Yash started off by asking her about their growth expectations for the third quarter gross premium and for the full year FY24. Listen in.
Overall, we expect that we would close this year at a growth of about 8 to 10%, like I mentioned earlier. Last year, we had completed a premium of about 38,000 odd crores, including our foreign offices. This year, we expect to close at about 42 to 42,500 crores. Because, like I mentioned earlier also, we are not just looking at the growth aspect, because if you want to grow, you can grow exponentially also, at about 15%, 20%. The idea is to grow and grow in the right direction, and also at the same time to constantly, as we review our business mix and to constantly weed out the, concerned businesses which have been loss-making in the past. So the final growth figure, on one side you would be growing in the right direction, the other side you would be weeding out the loss-making businesses. Okay. So the end result is likely to be in the range of 8 to 10%. Yes, okay. But after that, maybe in FY25, as you mentioned, because last year also we shed about nearly 1,000 crores in a loss-making business. This year also till date we have shed about 500 odd crores in loss-making businesses. So, once this process is reduced to some extent by the end of this financial year, we would be growing in line with the rest of the industry from next year.
That would be about 14-15%.
Whatever the industry is growing with, yes.
Your Q2 underwriting loss, that increased about 62% on a year-on-year basis, 66% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. I want to understand from you, which are the culprit segments that you see as of today, which are bringing this majority of the losses to you, and out of those segments, where do you expect a significant turnaround, which ultimately would reduce the overall underwriting losses for you?
The main segments which have contributed to the losses till now in this particular for the first 2 quarters has been motor and health. These are the 2 sectors which actually contribute to the maximum growth also, as well as right now they're contributing to the maximum ICR, the incurred claim ratios also. But we are taking a lot of steps in both these segments to reduce the losses. We've also had some losses in the first 2 quarters, predominantly from catastrophic claims like Cyclone Biparjoy, as well as the floods in the north parts of North India and northeastern regions, and very recently we've had the Chennai flood losses. So yes, these have impacted the books to some extent, but looking to all the measures that we are taking, plus the corrections in the price of the various policies, we expect an improvement in the incurred claim ratio.
Motor and health, you said 2 biggest segments. Where are the loss ratios in both segments currently? By when do you see things that you're doing starting to materialize? And by how much? How do you see those loss ratios coming down? What will be the progression on that front?
See, motor, for instance, you have to take it you have to look at it holistically. It comprises of 2 segments. There's the own damage and there's the third party. Now the own damage segment, we are seeing a significant improvement because this particular segment has actually grown many-fold compared to the previous years. So to a large extent, the motor OD loss ratios have come down. But on the other hand, the third party segment, since the prices have not been corrected this year, we have not seen the improvement in the price happening in third party. So to that extent, the ICR of the motor third party has gone up. Yes, the motor OD claim ratio, currently combined claim ratio is in the range of about 94%, and we expect this to come down in the coming quarters with continued increase in the motor OD premium, as well as corrective steps that we are taking in both the motor OD claim settlement and faster settlement in third party.
Any progression that you'll put to this thing? I mean, to what level do you see realistically it should be at? What will be?
See, in all the segments, we are hoping to improve by 5 percentage points in all the LOBs. So this is our expectation, and we are working towards that.
Another thing that I want to understand, you did allude to it, and that was the correction as far as the motor third party premium is concerned. Did not come through this year. What would you expect in terms of a blended basis, in terms of increase that is required for you to sustain the portfolio, let's say for New India? Second thing that I want to ask, there's a consultation paper out which talks about deregulating the prices in motor third party. Would you expect the prices to go up in a deregulated scenario or to come down?
If it is deregulated, you would find that there would be a huge impact on, or a huge increase possibly in the premium rates in some segments or some parts of India, because there is a very unequal distribution of the claims experience when it comes to motor third party. So it may not be exactly in the interests of the policyholder at this point of time. So we do expect that it will continue to be regulated for some more time.
Okay.
And we would also expect that IRD and MORTH would work together and get a reasonable increase in the rates, a correction in the rates, to be commensurate with the inflationary trends as well as the increase in claims that we are seeing in third party.
For someone like New India Assurance, what is reasonable?
It'll be difficult to mention that exactly, but yes, 4 to 5% increase in the third-party premium.
Now let's address the big point, that is combined ratio. As far as the second quarter is concerned, it came at about 131%, increasing from about 121% when you look at it on a year-on-year basis. This has been increasing, and this is sort of accumulation of the losses that you got from various segments. What I want to understand from you is that the industry is somewhere between 115 to 120%, different players. By when do you expect to reach that 115% mark? Could that be done in the second half itself? Is that a possibility for New India Assurance? And then once that is achieved, every year, what would be your target in terms of by how much would you want to reduce your combined ratios?
We would expect the overall increase in the management expenses to go up by about 1 or 1.5 to 2, maximum 2%. So looking at, reducing the ICR by 5 percentage points and the expenses of management going up by about 1%, we do expect an overall reduction in the combined ratio by about 4 to 5%.
4 to 5% by FY24.
By FY24.
So then you will be about at what level?
At what you were mentioning, at about 115. Last year we were 117. So we should definitely be less than 115.
And then each year, what will be the target in terms of reducing it and adjusting?
Gradually about 3 to 4% every year.
Okay.
That would be the targeted.
All right, that's New India Assurance. That stock has risen over 75% on a year-to-date basis. So strong performer there. We need to take a short break. Up next, we'll put the focus on the commodity space. Manisha Gupta will be with us. Stay tuned.